It's mail day. I have new Beyblades that I want to play with on camera. I just acquired my new Impact Drake. And we've got a little surprise to go with my Beyblade collection. So, let's get this video started, shall we? First off, we're going to start with the 7 newest Beyblades I've gotten since the last unboxing that I did on camera. I've actually gotten quite a few more since the last time I did an opening on camera. However, these are just the few that I've gotten over like the last week or so. First, we're going to start off with the bottom 4 because they are the oldest. We're going to start with these 3. First being my Dronzer Spiral. Let's see, what is that? Dronzer Spiral 380T. This, I mean, you can already see the wear and tear on it because I've been playing with it. But this I found at the store where I played at my first Beyblade tournament last week. And when I saw it on the shelf, I had to get it because 1, I love giant birds. 2, Kai was my favorite character from the first series. So, you know I had to. Especially when they made the X version of it. It doesn't have a great win record with the rest of my collection though. But I'm not complaining because, again, it went with my favorite character. So, but as you can see, a little bit low, flat, but angled. The spin isn't exactly the problem because the stamina is not too bad. It's mostly the attack isn't all that great from what I've seen. Let's detach that bit, little 3-point bit. I mean, overall, it's not a bad Beyblade in general. I've just got other Beyblades that stand up to it. We are going to put all of these to the test in another part of the video too. So next we're going to go with the Crimson Garuda that I found, or I think this is the one that came in online. I think Cowl Sphinx is the other one I found at the store. I don't know, I found 3 Beyblades at the store. Actually, I think it was these 2, Crimson Garuda and Steel Samurai, that I found together. I could be wrong, because I've got a Cowl Sphinx too. One of them came in the mail the other day. And I'm pretty sure it was Cowl Sphinx. So I think I found these 2 together. We'll go with Crimson Garuda first. It's roughly the same type of bit that Dronzer had, except it has these 2 little lips on the side. I'm guessing to make bursting a bit easier because it doesn't have the same swoosh around all the way that the other Beyblades have. And when it comes across, like when it spins all the way, it detaches from its original lock position, so it makes it easier to burst. And I think that's by design. And then, of course, it's got a mostly flat bit, but it has that ball on the inside. I'm not sure if that's intentional or if that's from the 3D printer that prints them. But that gives a little bit of a wobble, so this one will never have a perfect stop. But that's perfectly fine. Then we have ourselves a 4-pointed bit. It's not very thick, so it's a little bit of a mid-height. Please forgive my bad terminology, because I'm still new to Beyblade X, so work with me here. It's also still a pretty lightweight Bey too, and the blade's pretty thin. Not like super thin, but thin enough for it not to be super heavy and super attack type. I think it's more of a stamina type Beyblade, but I can't remember because I don't have the box anymore. Next up, we're going to go with Steel Samurai. It weighs a little bit less think Crimson Garuda by the feel of it. I don't have a scale on me, so I can't exactly give you a straight measurement. This bit kind of reminds me of Dronzer's bit. Actually, it's the same bit. So, I can't have this bit twice in a deck, so no biggie. But since that's roughly the same, we can get past that. We have ourselves another four-sided ratchet. This one's actually thinner than the Crimson Garuda. So I don't see this one meant for... I think this is more meant for stamina and speed. Once again, I don't have my boxes, and I haven't done that much. I haven't had the most time to do my research, because I basically jumped into Beyblading while still having so many other responsibilities at home and in general. So give me time as long as you're willing. All right, now we've got is that Cow Sphinx or yeah? It's the one with the Pharaoh. Yeah, Cow Sphinx. 980 GN. This bit, ooh. I never actually took a look at my bit on this one, so I didn't realize it was a low pointed bit. Let's see, Cow Sphinx GN, so I don't know what GN stands for. I gotta do a lot more reading. I've mostly been reading up on tournament policies because I went to that tournament last week, and I'm trying to go to one this week too. Just because I want to have some fun outside of the house. I'm always in the house. This three-pointer is a little bit different than my Dronzer three-pointer. I mean, because the prongs aren't as wide, but they have a little bit more teeth on the sides for, I guess, defense. Weighs about, come on, there we go. Weighs a little bit more than my Crimson Garuda by the feel of it. Definitely more than my Steel Samurai. Alright, and then when we get to the other two newest, the two of the three newest Beyblades, because I went ahead and broke down and got one of the Marvel collabs 2-packs, and it's Spider-Man and Venom. The only reason I did so is because there were no other Beyblades there that I didn't have. They both kind of feel nice. Spider-Man feels more defensive than the Venom, who feels more attackish, because this Venom feels a lot like my Keel Shark. When it comes to Spider-Man's bit, it seems a bit thick, and this can have a perfect stop very well. I'm hoping to get one of those at some point. I want to get a perfect stop on all of my Beyblades that have the flat bit. Spider-Man. Okay, that's a 360 flat. I'm assuming F stands for flat, so... Oh, so it's meant for a simple stop. Three-pronged bit. Pretty thin, I'm guessing, to keep it lightweight for speed. But again, the blade itself seems more for defense. Venom, however... Ooh, I like how black it is. It's got more black than my Horn Rhino and my Sword Dram put together. I like, let's see, Venom 380N. I don't know what the N stands for yet. Narrow, maybe? Because that's a nice point. That's an aggressive point right there. Then a little bit thicker on the 3-point ratchet. Bit difficult to get off. It's kind of got some heft to it compared to the other ratchets, so not bad for an attack. Then again, the top blade looks and feels a lot like my Keel Shark, so I'm assuming that that's kind of like what it is. Well, 380N. I think my Keel Shark is a 380N, so I think that makes perfect sense. The final piece before we get to part 2 is the heaviest Beyblade that I now own. And it is now the only one that I have with a 6-point hexabit, as people like to, or as I saw people call. Now it's that 6-pointed ratchet. Because I've only seen one Beyblade so far with a 6-pointed ratchet. And I went ahead and bought this one, not knowing that I had it, just because it looked really cool, and I've been looking at it since it was released a little bit ago. I don't know how recent it is, but since my ads on my Amazon and my Facebook have been posting, they've usually been saying new release or pre-order, and I know I got one from pre-order. I don't know how many new releases I've had. 680, I'm guessing that means, the W means wide. The bit's pretty, or the ratchet's pretty thin, but the fact that it's got the 6 prongs on the side, I'm gonna guess that's super good for defense. And if you haven't guessed it yet, this heavy sucker is none other than the Dark Perseus. This little sucker is so freaking heavy compared to my other Beyblades. I cannot wait to have this thing put out in battle, and I cannot wait to have this thing in one of my home tournaments too. That bit looks so sick. Damn, that looks so cool. Alright, next up, we have the Beyblade X Takara Impact Drake 960 LR. LR, does that mean left rotate? Does this mean it's another left rotating Beyblade? That would make 3 of them that I would have now. Black string launcher that comes with it. First things first, before I go over this, my wife and I ordered this from Walmart's app, and it came separate. And it came with this neat Beyblade. Oh, wait. There's more than one. Holy crap. Jump out of harm's way and slide out of danger. I didn't even know Beyblade had a trading card game. That is sick. Anyway, it came with these little goodies on the side, and it's pretty neat. I haven't checked out the goodies so much. I know this is from Beyblade X because I recognize that character from the Beyblades channel. And I don't know who this person is. I don't know if it's a dude or a chick, but hey, stickers are stickers, and my wife loves stickers. And then they sent me a Nutcracker Lego minifigure, which I'm not complaining. I love Lego minifigures, and I wanted more anyway, so that's a win on my part. And next, we've got ourselves our Impact Drake. This All Might looking mofo right here. I can't read any of this since it's Takara Otomi, so it's all Japanese. Oh wait, no, it's right rotating. Okay, good. That's cool. Let's open this bad boy. I'm gonna make sure I don't damage the box, so I have it to use for shorts and thumbnail. Let's pull this out of the box real quick and then close the box so I have it for later. Then we go, whoops. Ooh. Instructions on how to use a Beyblade Stadium. Which is funny, none of us do it that way. Instructions on Beyblades. You know, I have recently been regretting not keeping all of these with how many Beyblades I have collected over the last 3 weeks. Because I am very confident with how many I've gotten and how much I would have been on the apps that I would have had an Aero Pegasus by now. But that's okay. If I want an Aero Pegasus that badly, I'll just buy one. Eventually. Alright, let's get these bad boys. Ooh. Do that the easy way. Ooh, I like this launcher. It's not black, but it's gray, and I can dig gray, dark gray. First, let's appreciate this launcher. Beyblade X string launcher, typical. I mean, it's no different than the other 3 or 4 that I have. I know I've got one left launching string launcher, and I think I have 3 red and 1 black right spinning. And then I have, of course, multiple ripcord types too. But that still looks really cool, and I will continuously say that these ripcord launchers, or these pull string launchers, all look like Power Ranger morphers. So do with that information as you will. You cannot tell me that does not look like something that goes on your wrist. It's morphin' time. Let it rip! Anyway, let's check out this bit. Let's see. The bit is an LR, so it's a low right. It's a flat bit, so it can have a... Ooh, that is a super flat bit, so that could have... They could have a very nice, perfect stop. I don't imagine that the stamina is going to be too great on it, though, because if there's nothing to give it balance, then it's going to have a little bit of a tipping problem. A thin 3-pronged, but it's got not the spikes, but the spines in between each of the prongs. It's pretty thin, so I'm guessing that's for speed, but the prongs for defense. I like that, though. I do enjoy the bits that have the long prongs and then the small spikes in between. A little bit of a surprise with the other Beys. Oh, this blade's pretty heavy. That could rival my Dark Perseus. Ladies and gentlemen, Impact Drake. Looks like my El Drago, but of course it's not. I think they're counterparts, or just left and right versions of one another. But the fact that this thing is red, blue, and silver, that Drago right there looks so sick. Oh my god, it's got some heft to it. The blades aren't very wide, so it'll have some close to home hits. Not too bad, but I'll have to reserve judgment for whenever it goes into combat. But know what that means. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new Beyblades. That means I don't have to pit you against the other 7. I can go random 2, random 2, random 2, and then the 2 brand newest can go up against one another. Oh. Oh! That's rubber. Plastic-ish. That's going to absorb attacks. Oh, I am excited to see this in battle now. You two are going to do well against one another. But that'll be for the end of the video after, because we still have the surprise of the video to go to. I've been waiting for about a week or so for this, because it's custom made. I mean, it is like personalized custom. And they did a really good job from what I saw in the emails. But nothing is going to do any sort of justice unless we get it in person. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my very first Beyblade deck box. Because Beyblade X is played in matches with a deck of 3 Beyblades, and I like having customizations of things. If my channel mat, my name being on my shirt, me having multiple channel shirts, if none of that tells you anything, then I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know why you're here. I'm kidding. So I'm going to unbox this without me looking at it first. I'm going to have this downward camera catch it while I'm looking away, so I can get my full reaction. Okay? I even spoke to the designer, let them know that I was going to do a review on my channel, and that I will link them below. They are Better by Design on Etsy. And I saw I saw a creator showcasing one of these when I was scrolling through my YouTube shorts. And when I saw it, because I had seen a lot of deck boxes or customized deck boxes and stuff like that online, but this one really caught my eye because of the way it holds the Beyblades and the fact that it was personalizable, customizable. Let's just put it that way. And the fact that it was customizable, and the fact that I love putting my name on everything, I could not resist. So I went, searched them up on Etsy, and I went and found them. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that is so freaking cool! Oh my gosh. I'm so excited, but I want to make sure I don't damage it. There's the bottom, Better by Design. Like I said, I will link them below in the description. It'll be the first thing in my description to go to their store. Check them out. It was a pleasure talking. Oh my god. Launcher grips. These are so cool. Thank you so much for your order. Purchases like yours help keep small creative shops like mine alive. Reviews are everything on Etsy. It'd mean the world to receive yours. That's my promo code, but whatever. Thank you, Viv, Better by Design. No, Viv, thank you. Let's see. I included with your order is one Bey pendant. I'm guessing that's this. String for necklace not included. That's perfectly fine. Oh, this is so I can put a Beyblade, like the top blade on for a pendant. That's so cool. One string to dragon adapter. One samurai to dragon adapter. Both are previews at upcoming items I'm still working on and do not represent their final quality. Thank you again for your order. Man, even if they don't represent the final product, these things are sick looking. I mean, the color on this with the sparkles on the inside, I love. If anyone knows anything about me, I fucking love sparkles. Like, glitter, I love. My skin, from time to time, tends to sparkle naturally because I have too much sodium in my system. It's really neat when it happens. Anyway, and then sequins, love sequins because they're sparkly as hell. Not the point. Point is that this thing is cool as hell looking. And then the samurai one is nice and chill. The whiteness, it's nice and calm. I'm not sure if that's supposed to happen, but that was still cool. Either way, these things are really cool. One string to dragon adapter. I don't have any of my strings on me, but I will check these out and tinker with them. Definitely. And I have plenty of chain. I have chains up here to put this on. So I can put any of my Beyblades on this. Let's give this a shot with Perseus. Yeah, that's really freaking cool. Okay. Just from these three alone, I would recommend this seller. But next, the coup de grace of the video. Nice, lightweight but sturdy. Sections for 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, Beyblade X. Bad news, Harris. How can I not love this? Now, let's. Ooh, slides out. It's magnetic, so it stays on. The innards are perfectly sized for your Beyblade deck. And it's even numbered. My obsession has to keep them all upright. Stay upright. Alright, Perseus, get back over there. Ooh. And then when you close, like I said, you've got the number sequences for Beyblade 1, 2, and 3 during your match, since in matches of 3 you have to swap out your Beyblade after every launch. Nice and sturdy. Keeps them in place. And then when you open it, they are freaking ready. And then boom! You have it sitting there, ready to be displayed. I'm so happy with this product. And like I've said earlier in the video, this coming Wednesday, I'm going to try and go to another Beyblade tournament at the same location I went to last week. So I finally get to show this off to the guys. Because I was talking to everyone about their deck boxes, because some of them had these squared three box deck boxes and things like that. But this, I've been waiting for this to show off. This is so cool. Thank you so much to Better by Design for this awesome deck box. It was worth every penny and worth the wait. And I may very well order another one just to have the channel title on it. But for now, I'm going to enjoy my deck box as it is while I figure out what my deck for this coming Wednesday is going to be. And you know I'm going to represent it while I'm there just to show off. And I'm going to have the fun while doing it. But now, let's vump ourselves into some stadium content. Testing out all of our new Beyblades. Are you guys ready to... Where'd they go? Yeah. Let's let it rip! Okay. As you can see, we are back on my front porch again. I actually don't enjoy filming content out here, but during the summer it's going to be difficult because wasps enjoy, building nests on my porch cover. Not the point. Point is that behind me we have my initial Extreme Starter Beyblade Stadium set up, ready to film our new Beyblades contesting against one another. I will be using my Impact Drake's new, well, not new, but it's gray and black launcher. It's new to me because, well, I hadn't had one, or I don't have one yet. Didn't have one. Not the point. Point is that we've got the setup, we've got the Beyblades, and we got me. So let's get this content going.